We have been told by our friends in Europe and the United States, Europeans not so loudly because they are buying Russian oil in huge quantities. The United States, because it would like to sell its oil, it's a different situation. But we have been told, stop buying Russian oil. I mean, what are you telling us? You're telling us a poor country, a country with 300 million poor people, you're telling that country to stop buying oil at a discounted rate from a tested friend and instead buy highly more expensive oil from the United States? So far as the Middle East is concerned, you have already blocked the Middle East from selling any more oil to the south. That oil has got to flow to Europe and to North America, or not North America, to Europe. So you blocked them from supplying. What are we supposed to do? Pay double for oil, triple for oil, or get discounted oil? The reality of the situation is that to expect India, for example, to forego the chance of buying much cheaper oil and gas, much cheaper and very essential inputs for fertilizer from Russia, it's a cruel punishment on the people of India. And I am very confident under Prime Minister Narendra Modi, there is no question of India coming to this conclusion. I am really shocked. I mean, America is a friend of India, the UK, the EU are friends of India. How can friends of India tell us to make hundreds of millions of Indian people suffer so that they can get vindicated? Oh, there are complete sanctions that they themselves are breaking. The Europeans are breaking the sanctions daily. Daily they're breaking. The Japanese are breaking the sanctions daily. Why do you expect a poor country to keep them? We are going to use rupees for trade with Russia, and the Russians have made it very clear to the Europeans that they'll have to use rubles. And for some time the ruble did show a decline in value. Guess what? It's come back to almost its original value. And then that is the situation. They have failed. They failed to deter Russia. They have failed to bring down the price of the ruble, and they are failing to demoralize the Russian people. So why are you persisting with these cruel and unusual sanctions? I mean, you're supposed to be enlightened liberal countries. We go there and we are basically lectured in how you should be more enlightened, more liberal. I mean, looking at what we are seeing, is this enlightenment? Is this liberalism? That you want to go ahead and punish the people of a country and punish other people in even poorer countries for just daring to treat that country and its people as human beings.
Professor Nalapat, if I believe you do, if you pay close attention to the international media, mostly, let's say, Western media, the mainstream media, they use this phrase, international community. Frequently appears in their, either from the Western officials or in the Western media over there. They're blaming Russia, urging countries like China, India to pick a side. How do you define the term? People are puzzled sometimes. If you take a close look, international community usually refer to European countries, the United States, or plus probably Japan, Asia. And then the rest of the world somehow is being forgotten or is like non-existent. What do you make of that?
Well, the international community are the members of NATO, and everybody else belongs to a separate planet. You'll be surprised. The Washington Post ran a front page story very disapprovingly on how Russia has been helping India get its students out of Ukraine. And it is a fact that President Putin helped the Prime Minister Modi to ensure that every single Indian student was able to leave Ukraine, and all the South Asian students who wanted to leave were also enabled through India because of help from President Putin. And the Washington Post was very unhappy about that. They said in the front page, what is this? Russia actually helping Indian students to leave. Does the Post want Indian students to have gone there and been bombed and to die? I don't know. The New York Times, a few days ago, there was supposed to be a strike in India. This is a complete non-event. There is no strike almost anywhere except in a communist-ruled state called Kerala, and in a state where communists are powerful, parts of it, called Bengal. In the rest of the country, life was normal. According to the New York Times front page, the whole of India was paralyzed by this strike. So it beats me. Why is the Western media so horribly opposed to the South? I just don't understand it. Why are they back to the era of John Foster Dulles, of us and them? I mean, I don't call them racist. I mean, many of them are good friends of mine, including journalists in these important newspapers, but they're not racist. But why are they going back to this kind of talk? Why are they talking nonsense about India? New York Times has become an object of ridicule in India. Washington Post has become an object of fun in India for attacking Prime Minister Modi and President Putin to jointly get Indian students out of Ukraine. And secondly, each time some reference is made to India, oh, it's a hateful country, there's genocide, there's mass murder. Good Lord, I travel across India. Where is all this genocide? Where is this mass murder? I would like to end this by saying Hillary Clinton, as Secretary of State, funded several groups to come to India, several NGOs to dig for mass graves. And finally, there were a lot of bones found, and there was great excitement. Those bones were buffalo bones, and I'm sure Hillary Clinton was very disappointed. This is the colonialist, orientalist view of India.